All right, welcome back, guys.
Welcome back.
We got a special guest today.
Who's our guest, Megan?
We have Tommy. We got Tommy here. He's a local piercer from Tattoo Therapy in Belton, Missouri. Welcome, Tommy.
Welcome.
Hi, thanks. Happy to be here.
Thanks
Happy
for
to
coming.
be here.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I grew up in Belton, and then I happened to land a position as a body piercer in Belton, so that's really cool. Before I was a body piercer, I worked as a cook in an old folks' home, and I just happened to have a tattoo artist that was my best friend growing up, and when he happened to move back into town and started guest spotting at the shop right around the corner from where I lived, I stopped in every day. I was like hanging out, having a good time, and the lady that owned the place, she was like, "You seem to have a really cool demeanor. You want to make some money while you're hanging out?"
Sure, sounds
And
good.
yeah, I just was like, I didn't really know how to take it. But then my friend, he took me aside and he said, "Hey, people come in and ask for this position a lot, and they're turned down, and she kind of offered it to you, so she definitely sees something in you. So maybe take it seriously." So then I did, and then a couple years later, here I am, licensed through 2027.
Awesome.
So,
Nice.
So when did you get your license?
I've been licensed since late 2023.
Okay.
And like I said, then I had to renew it, obviously, after the first year, but then you do a 2-year one. So
Okay, cool.
now I'm through 2027, and then we'll renew it and who knows, I might even, be applying for a tattoo artist position at that point. Who knows?
Awesome. So we are actually governed by the Board of Cosmetology with our license. You guys are governed by that board as well, correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
the state of Missouri. Yeah.
How does your licensing process work?
So we have to find someone that is willing to take us on as their mentor or as a mentor.
Okay.
And we become their apprentice, and then it is a lot of hours of watching and learning, and you have to get a lot of hours under your belt and a lot of procedures under your belt. And so that's one thing that helped me, actually, because being a local from Belton and growing up there, I know a lot of people that were willing to let me practice on them, and so I got through my apprenticeship fairly quickly because of that.
Good.
Yeah,
So it's all about
important to have a network and know people, that allow you to do that. Because I moved here from Italy and I didn't know nobody, so it's definitely very helpful having a network that can help you grow.
Absolutely, I agree.
So it's kind of the same, we're performing services on people, so we have to. So both of our industries are very similar to where we have to do repetition with the services that we're providing.
Right. So I also think that they have similarities in other ways too. Like piercings and makeup, I feel like they make people feel like their true self or who they want to be, and I feel like that's where they have common ground. Other than that, I feel like piercings and makeup kind of butt heads a little bit at first, just because you don't want to get your makeup in your piercing. It could go the wrong way for you.
Yes.
But I got some tips and tricks for that too.
Okay.
Like if you're got a new lip piercing and you want to put on lipstick, I was reading up on it, and it turns out that you want to use ones that dry quickly.
Oh.
So that it doesn't maybe feather down into your piercing.
Yeah.
I learned that. I thought that was pretty cool. Thought I'd share that with y'all guys today.
Yeah. Thank you.
Also, like if you're doing your hair and you have a new ear piercing, you use a card. I can give you mine even if you want, but you can use it to block your ear piercing when you're applying your hairspray near your ear.
Huh, cool.
So Tommy actually pierced my ear, and so I should have done that when I
didn't have that tip and trick when we did that. I learned it after that, but that would have been a great one because I feel like that did lead to some of the complications, maybe.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So great tip.
Yeah. I have that one going forward in my bag.
Yeah. So how would you prep the skin for a facial piercing?
When I do that, I clean the area really good with alcohol.
Good.
And then if it's like a nose, we do the inside of the nose. If it's a mouth, then you would do mouthwash for the inside instead of alcohol, obviously.
Good.
And we let it dry real good, and then we get to dotting.
Good.
Yeah.
What about skincare? Like, what do you do? Do you have to do anything before or after?
So people come in all walks of life. Sometimes people come in right after work and they'll be dirty, and like that's what that alcohol is good for. I'm cleaning that area up. Some people will come in all mixed up, and I let them know like I'm gonna take off this little spot right here because we want a little half-inch barrier around most piercings from makeup,
Right.
so because we don't want to get stuff contaminants in there.
Is there any part on the body that you cannot pierce?
There's lots of parts I wouldn't recommend piercing. Absolutely.
Okay.
But most piercings are anatomy based, and if you have the proper anatomy for the piercing, then I say go for it.
Okay.
However, I've seen a lot of wild things on TikTok too, things that I wouldn't recommend getting done. I recently saw someone who just had a piercing in the middle of their belly here, just a barbell, just chilling. I thought that was wild. I wouldn't do that. So if you come to our shop, I'm not going to do that. But I'm guessing there's people out there that will, because I saw one in public.
That's crazy.
It was very crazy.
So that actually brings up a good topic. How do you, as an artist, set boundaries for what you will and won't pierce? And do you do that?
Yes, we absolutely have boundaries for what we will and won't pierce. So a lot of it is our store owner, Mandy. She's got 3 shops, and she's been a shop owner for a long time. And not only that, but she's also a mother. So she does things that the community would respect.
Good.
Like as just a whole, like common sense. Yes, that's good to do that because that's respectful and that's just what you should do. Like we don't pierce tongues if you're under 18 because I don't want you messing up your teeth. Your parents probably spent a lot of money on your teeth, and I ain't gonna be the bad guy that messes them up. And Mandy taught me that. I didn't know that coming into it. I mean, it's common sense, obviously. Or young people. So in Cass County, we can pierce minors. So we have to hold ourselves to a certain standard so that you're not just the Wild West. Because having the availability to pierce minors doesn't mean that I'm still just going to pierce any minor.
Right.
Obviously, we don't do belly buttons until they reach the age of 16 or up. We don't do noses until they reach the ages of 12 and up. I don't do obviously anything in the mouth area until they're of age or older.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good to know that you guys have those set standards.
Yeah, there's people that will do anything for one. Like we see that with cosmetic surgery often. You have really young girls that get lips done or Botox or whatever.
Yes.
I'm like, really?
I can definitely say that there has been a shift in that as well within the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad to know that you guys have those boundaries set in place.
And even sometimes it's a little iffy on whether you want to pierce a 12-year-old's nose or not. So I have children of my own, and the one thing that I've learned is that if we don't give them that affordable option, some kids will just pierce themselves, and they'll get themselves into a situation that we have to get them out of anyway. So it's just we offer a professional setting for people to have that option if they're probably going to do it by themselves anyway if we don't. So.
That's good. Yes.
Pretty sure I tried to pierce my ears when I was like 13.
Right. Yeah. I get that story all the time. People do that all the time.
With a cord in the back, boom.
And as far as tattoos go, in Cass County you can tattoo minors as well. However, believe it or not, the laws are wild down there. But we obviously make sure you're 15 and up, and then it has to be something that's important to you. There's certain areas on the body we won't tattoo on a minor because, just obvious reasons, you know.
Good.
Yeah.
And so is it regulated by county?
Yeah, I think so, yes. Because and here in Jackson County, I don't think that you can get a tattoo or a piercing as a minor.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah. I would assume there are also people open shops, also depending on the county, depending what they want to do, depending on the regulation of each county.
Mm-hmm.
It's like here in Jackson County, it's a pain in the butt for anything.
Yeah, for a business owner, yes.
For a business owner, between taxes that we have to pay, to the county, to the city, city limits, so you're in city limits, licenses, retail license, business license, another license with the county. So, when you open a business, you also have to think of what county you're opening in here. The laws are so different. Very interesting. I don't know none of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a business owner. I just work there, but just the what I've seen, yeah, there's a lot of stuff and we like to stay above board, so we're happy to do those things just to be able to perform what we do. We want to do what we do.
And in my personal experience with Tommy, he goes above and beyond for anyone. He has actually come in on his day off to help a friend that needed a piercing out. So, and my group of friends and I have gone in multiple times to have piercings done. My friends are a little obsessed with some piercings, but
we like to call those piercing parties.
Piercing parties.
We have piercing parties in the shop. We do. Yeah.
Yes. We could market that piercing party.
We like to be a community resource. We want to be there. We don't just pierce you, take your money, and send you out the door.
And I think that's why we keep coming back, because it's a welcoming environment. And I have been in tattoo shops, piercing shops they almost feel like demonic.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
And they just have this vibe about them that I'm like, okay, I don't want to go back there. But I really respect and love the vibe of tattoo therapy and everyone that works there.
Yeah, I think we have a really awesome vibe. People come in and say that all the time. We try to keep it family oriented too, and like I said, I can't say it enough. I want to let people know we're a community resource. We're there to help you. Like if you have an issue, come in. When you are talking about crazy stories, and I had a moment to think about them, those crazy stories I have are people that come in with like, I got this thing in my neck and I need help getting it out. Where like have a surface bar put in the back of their neck, and then they went on to have a baby in life, and so obviously you gain weight with that, and so then it created fluctuation, and it was just a bad problem. And I'm like a last resort before she just goes to the hospital and spends money and insurance and all that jazz. And I was able to get it out for her. She tipped me $15, and I was like, apocalyptic Dr. Tom took care of it.
There you go.
We got your back. So.
Well, and on another note, this isn't about piercing, but when tattoo therapy first opened, they were doing a special thing for the community to where they were doing free cover-ups for racial tattoos.
Yeah.
And someone that I know very well took advantage of that, and it was just a very amazing experience. And so that's another thing that they do for the community at that shop.
That's something that they used to do. I think they've kind of gotten away from that a little bit. But John and Mandy are great. They're awesome. They're who you want when you're in need of, and falls in that category, because like I said, we are a community resource, and we're very helpful, and we want to do it. It's what we love to do, and there's nothing that's too small or too big either. We got artists that handle like just small things that knock them out really quickly, and in and out, walk in, just stuff, and then we got artists that travel and compete and win awards, and it's cool. It's all over the map.
So there is a tattoo show coming up here in Kansas City in May. Do they do shows like that with piercings?
So sometimes it's all about booth rental.
Okay.
And sometimes we do, and sometimes we don't. More often than not, we just kind of stick to the tattoo side when we have booths. And I'll just kind of jump in there and kind of help with like the PR and just getting people up to the booth and stuff like that, and get them tattooed.
Awesome. And that also shows that you guys are a team and that you work together.
Yeah. We travel. They have me. I kind of run the booth while they're all tattooing and get the tattoo set up for them and all that jazz. It's really fun when we do it. The biggest one we do is called Incarceration. It's a rock festival / tattoo festival that happens in Ohio in July. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend checking it out.
I'm kind of intrigued now.
Yeah, you should get on the internet and check it out. It's if you like rock and roll, and you like if you want to get a prison tattoo without going to prison, that's kind of your only option.
Well, I'm not really fit for prison, so that might be my only option if I ever got crazy and wanted a prison tattoo.
It's in Mansfield, Ohio in July, and it's a lot of fun.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
See?
And tattoo therapy will be there.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely have to check that out.
I do like what you said about being a place for community, that people, that you're helpful, because even though we're in 2026, there's still a lot of stigma attached to tattoo shops, people with tattoos, people with piercings, and I feel that having a shop that's so welcoming and create community really opens the door for people to see that we're not all bad because we are tattooed. We're great people.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can be helpful, and we're here for the community, the same as other shops. So amazing. That's really cool.
We are absolutely a community resource, and I'm from the town. Like I said, I like that I work in the town I grew up in. It's a certain kind of pride, that giving back to the people that raised me. So
yes,
I like that a lot.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Cool. You think there's anything else that you want to talk about?
I don't know. How much time do we need to fill? Did we do good?
Yeah, within 15 minutes.
Yeah, was that what y'all were hoping for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we touched base a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
He has to say his Instagram, whatever. And
yes, and then he already sent that information to me, so we'll just do a closing of you saying where they can follow you, or we'll say where can they follow you at, and then we'll post it on the video as well.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a slide, with your information.
Yep, sorry.
So it pops up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about something else, but no, I think this is great.
Yeah, I think
that's amazing what you guys do. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Well, thank you so much, Tommy, for joining us today. And where can they find you?
Thanks for having me. You can find me in Belton at Tattoo Therapy. We're right in between the Ponchos and the Dollar General. Online, I'm on Instagram, Tommy the Needle Ninja, and also Gmail, TommyTheNeedleNinja@gmail.com. There's on Facebook, Tattoo Therapy. The Messenger is a real good place to reach out. We will correspond with you that way as well.
And if people want to book with you, do they go through the shop? Do they go through you
Either
directly?
Either one. Yeah.
Okay.
All lines of communication are open, and we will respond.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for being here with us
today. Yeah, thanks for having me. This is a lot of fun.
Awesome.
I didn't think I knew much about makeup, but turns out I do.
You sure do. That was amazing.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
All right. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Yep.
All right, we have another guest with us.
Who's our guest?
We have a tattoo artist also from Tattoo Therapy in Belton, Missouri. We have Oyos.
Hi, very nice to meet you.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome. We're excited to have you here.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a tattoo artist. I'm new to the area. I'm originally from California, and I just came here on a whim. I literally knew nobody, and I remember you talking about that. So I just threw a dart on the board and said, "Let's go." And Mandy was nice enough to let me in, and she adopted me from off the streets.
Awesome. And Mandy is the owner of Tattoo Therapy?
Yeah, she's the owner. She's like my mom. I look up to her for a lot of things.
Awesome.
How long have you been tattooing for?
I think officially 2 years. I'm still relatively new, but I absolutely love my job, and I found my family here.
Awesome. All right, so do you have a favorite style of tattooing that you like to do?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying microrealism, and what that is just think of an object, every day, how you see it, you put that directly on skin.
Oh,
so instead of it being the actual size, it's itty bitty.
Oh, okay. So you have to scale it. Yeah, you make it smaller and then you tattoo it.
Yeah, and as an artist, I have to figure out what will and will not work.
Right.
Because tattoos they bleed over time, and I have to solve that problem of making it the right scale, but also making it realistic enough where it will hold over time.
Right.
And also, different skin textures, tones, pigments of the tattoo ink. That all makes a difference.
Oh yeah, you have to take that into consideration because no one has the same skin at all.
Right, I would assume that oily skin compared to dry skin also affects the way the tattoo lasts throughout time.
Yeah, I'm also more talking about the age of the skin. That's the biggest thing I have to overcome. You have to be aware of how deep your needle is, the speed of your machine, because if you don't do that, you can really mess someone up.
Okay.
And when you do deal with that, you slow things down. But you can tattoo anything, really.
Okay, so why did you become a tattoo artist? Do you have a passion for drawing and then it became tattooing, or?
Yeah, I'm a very straightforward kind of person. So at a very young age, I knew what I already wanted to do. It's something in art. And as I got older, I was trying to navigate the world and see what I really wanted to do. I tried animation, and I quickly realized I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but after college, I really got into tattooing. Mandy showed me how to do it, and then I just had to learn the medium, and I really enjoy my job. I look forward to it every day.
Awesome.
That's
So,
exciting.
can you tell us a little bit about how to care for a tattoo?
Yeah.
Aftercare, I guess.
Yeah, I gotcha. It depends whether you go with like a second skin, but if you want to heal it naturally, you clean it with non-scented antibacterial soap 2 to 3 times a day, and the smallest amount of Aquaphor. You don't want to make that glossy. Now we have this thing called second skin. It's like a bandage or a barrier you put on for 5 to 7 days. You keep it on for that duration. It protects it, heals it up to 60% of the way. You don't have to worry about like pet hair or anything getting in there.
Yeah.
And then you take it off in the shower, peel it slowly, don't rip it off like a Band-Aid, and then just do like normal aftercare.
So I don't know if this is a thing, but my skin does not like the second skin.
Mhm.
It's never held on to it.
In that case, I just recommend like healing it naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep on top of it and you'll be good.
I love me some saran wrap.
Yep.
Like that's old school, huh?
Yeah, it is definitely old
I'm
school.
old school.
It's all right.
Little antibacterial soap and some Aquaphor and
Mm-hmm.
on my way. So do you have any tattoos?
I have so many tattoos.
Yeah?
Yeah. A lot of them, I'm really big into fish right now.
Okay.
So I've been getting a whole bunch of like aquatic ones, and I design a lot of mine.
So I have heard in the past from an artist that the best way that artists practice on themselves is to practice on their thigh.
I'm not
How
doing
do you
that.
feel about that?
No.
Because it's easily covered up.
Oh my gosh, no, I can't do it.
Would you ever
can't.
tattoo yourself?
Mm-mm.
No?
I can't inflict that pain on myself.
Okay.
But I will practice nonstop on fake skin.
Yes.
And with my coworkers, like Tommy the piercer, I practice on him a lot.
Okay, perfect.
It sounds like you love working at the place, right? Like he spoke very highly of the shop, so you share the same experience. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I look forward to going every day. I never had a job like this before where they treat me like an actual person.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I
that's
love that.
awesome. Yes.
They're my
and you
family.
get to do what you love,
Yeah.
which
Yes.
is also a plus.
Yeah.
Very nice. That's so exciting.
So will you be attending the convention with them in Ohio?
Yes. The incarceration.
Yes.
It's gonna be my first convention. I'm still the newest artist, so I'm going as a helper so I can experience it.
Awesome.
But eventually, I do want to travel and I do want to go to conventions.
Awesome. Yeah.
What's the dream for the next 5 years? Like, what would you like? Where would you like to be? Where do you see yourself?
Right now, I want to be a traveling artist.
Okay.
A big thing for me is to go see my family a lot. I do miss
Okay.
them. They're from California. So I want to make as many connections as possible in different states and go back and forth and make money that way.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. So, why here? Like you said earlier, I just left on a whim and from California came here. Why here?
It's expensive. I don't know. I felt like I was gonna die there, so I just like eeny meeny miny mowed it,
Right.
and I landed in Kansas. So
In
I'm not
Kansas.
afraid to take risks. I'll just full ascend it.
Yeah, and you're young. Like if you don't
Yeah.
do it now.
Right.
And I literally knew no one.
Yeah, I moved at 33 I
Yeah.
was, so
Yeah.
you're way younger than me.
Yeah.
It's exciting though, these life
Yeah.
changes, you don't really know where they take you, but you see all these
Mhm.
opportunities, and sounds like you landed in the perfect job with your passion,
Yes.
and you just have to grow from here. This
Yeah.
is so exciting.
Yeah, I'm totally down to take risks, and like if you don't take that risk, you never know where you're gonna end up.
Exactly.
I felt like I'd be stuck there in California.
Yes.
I agree.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today, Oyos.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you so much. This
And-
is so nice.
And where can they find you at?
You can find me on Instagram or Facebook. It is gonna be Oyos Did It.
Okay. And we'll post that in the link below
Yeah.
so that you can find her.
Subscribe, like, comment.
Yeah.
Do all of that, you guys. We're here entertaining you and introducing you to these amazing professionals
thank
that we
you.
have here locally. We're so happy that you guys came today. I'm so excited
Yes.
for this. I'm really super excited. I love meeting local businesses. I love supporting local businesses. The
Right on.
sense of community that we can create. It's amazing. So
Remember, I think it was the first episode I said we're up and coming.
yes. We're up
Yeah.
and coming, you guys. This is episode what, 8? Are we on episode 8
Yeah.
already?
Yeah.
Yes. We've been working
There we go.
hard. Well, thank you again, Maggie,
Yes,
for being
thank you.
here with us today.